By the end of this video, you should be able to play key of F, play popular songs in key of F as well without being dependent on shit, read music in key of F, and also learn pieces in key of F. So this is all about key of F without having to depend too much on shit. So make sure you watch this video all the way to the end so you do not miss any piece of this. Let's get into it. Welcome back to Violin Academy for beginners and intermediate violinists. My name is Samuel, and I give you the tools, lessons, and tips you need to take your violin from complete beginner or bad playing to that next level. So let's get into our topic for today. Before we even talk about that, what's key? So we say a song is based in a particular key when that song uses most of the note of that scale. So for example, if a song uses most of the notes of the D major scale, we can say that song is in key of D. If a song uses most of the notes of the F major scale, we can say that song is in key of F. So the next thing we need to know is what is F major scale? How are we going to see it on music? And how do we go about it with our finger? Which is what's most important that you know today. I'm going to be giving you patterns you're going to be using to practice this scale without having to depend on shit. Let's get into it. So on music, key of F has just one flat. So you're going to say just one flat like that. And that one flat is affecting just the note B. So we're going to be playing B flat all through this particular key, which means we're going to be playing lower first finger on the A string. So it's going to be at the tip of the string. That's our B flat right there. So since we're in key of F, we're going to start from the note F, which is a lower second finger on the D string. That's our F right there, right? And these are the notes for this key. After we've mastered this note, after we've gone over them a couple of times, I'm going to give you cool patterns we're going to use to practice them. So we have F, G, A, B flat. Remember I said the B is going to have a flat to it. Then we have C, D, E, and then we're back to F. So this is an example of an F major scale. So let me show you what fingers we're going to be using for this. So our F is going to be lower second finger on the D, which means the second finger close to the first, and then our G third finger, our A open string, B flat lower first finger at the tip, C lower second finger, D, E, F. Good. And let's put that together going up, and then we're going to do the descending. So if we're going up, we call that the ascending scale. If we're coming down, we call that the descending scale. Let's do it. So that's the ascending scale. Let's go back down. So that's an F major scale right there. So a song would be said to be in that key if that song is using most of the notes of that F major scale, right? So now let's show you some patterns you're going to be using to practice this. Once you've gotten used to going up and coming down, that's what we want you to do. Memorize how the finger feels, what finger is going back or what finger is going forward when you're playing this particular key. So let's do it. We're going up and down again one more time. So apart from that, you also need to know how the fingers go when you're going lower than F, right? For example, on this side, before F, we have our E, we have our D, we have our C, we have our B flat. Every B is going to be a B flat mentioned to you. So this is how that's going to go. So this is our F, our E, right? Normal first finger on the D. It's not going to be a lower first finger because we need E and not E flat. Then D, C, B flat, lower second finger. Then if you keep going, we have A and then G. Right, so you need to be able to do that for all the strings and every finger in that first position. We call that an extended scale. So that way you're not doing just F to F. You have an understanding of what's behind F and what goes further from there and how the finger should go. This is going to be very important when you start sight reading pieces in this key or playing songs in this particular key. Before we move forward, if you've not subscribed, this is the best time for you to do that because videos like this, educational stuff like this are coming for you every week. So you want to be part of the channel. Like this video if it's helping you already. Click that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. Is very important because it lets me know that okay, yes, you want this type of content. So haven't done that, let's get back into it. So having gone up and down, try to mix it up by going beyond the last note or a little lower than the first note. For example, it's still key of F, right? We're still playing notes of F. We need to be comfortable with that because the popular songs will not always start from this F and end at that F, right? They could start from E. But the question is going to be, should I play an E flat or a normal E? You would not have that question if your finger is already used to doing this, which is what I advise you do. So having gone up and down, do it extended. Then you can keep going. That's a G, that's an A B flat, right? So just go as far as you can in the first position. If you've done shifting, you could even shift and do that too. So here are the patterns you can use to practice this. Let's show you some of it. So we're going to play the first note, which is F of the scale. Then we're going to jump the second note G. We're going to go all the way to A, right? And then we're going to come back to G now. And when we're at G, we're going to jump A. We're going to go to B flat. Right, so let me show you. It's easier if I show you. So we have, so instead of G right there, okay, before I show you, let me give you an example of what it's going to sound like, because it's very important you hear what's supposed to sound like. Right, so that's going to train all your fingers to get used to it. Although that was a little fast, we're going to start slow. So this is what we're saying. We have F first, then we have A, then we have G. You go back to G, you skip one, which is A, then you go to B flat, then you go back, you skip one, you skip the B flat, you go to the C, then you go back one, B flat. This is going to train all the fingers to get used to playing in key of F. So that's one of the patterns we can use. Going up, that's what it's going to feel like. Let's have it look at what it's going to feel like coming down. So I'm going to go up, then I show you what it feels like coming down. And of course, you could extend it, do the extended scale. Going down, we're going to go skip one, then do the one in front of it, which is E now. Skip one, you're going to skip the D, you do the C. Go up one, D. Skip one, which is the B flat. You go up one, so it's going to sound like this. Add the E to it in this one. Do this very, very slowly. It's very important you follow it slowly first before you try to take up speed. Do it to the point that you could take up speed without your fingers mixing up the positions. That's where we want to get this to. Okay, here's another pattern we could use to practice that. So for every key we're going to do, because this is going to be like a series, right? So that's why I strongly advise you subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification. So as we move on, you're going to have every bit of this, right? So here is the other pattern we're going to be using for the keys we're going to be doing as well, right? We're going to go 4 notes up, and then we come to the second note. So in this case, it's going to be like this: F, G, A, B flat. And then the second time we're going to start from here: G, A, B flat, C. Right, so it's going to feel as if we're just going in that direction. All right, let me show you that now. Then G, then A. Just remember 4 notes after you've gone back one. Then B flat. So put it together, it's going to sound like this. And then after you've gotten to that G, you're just going to stop at the F, which is at the tip of the E string. If you're going back, then it's going to sound like this. Let me do that slowly. Up. Good. So those are the 2 patterns I would advise you do for this particular key. It's going to train the fingers and your mind to know where the notes are in key of F, to get used to just that first finger being flattened on the A string. So that's going to be it for this video. Like I mentioned to you, videos like this are going to be coming on different keys, and in fact we're going to have examples of songs you're going to use to practice this as well. It's very clear this is going to help you with sight reading too, because you're not thinking what finger should go up and down as you start sight reading. So that's it for the video today. Start slow, right? Make sure you do the scale going up and down first, and then start with the first pattern we had mentioned, and so on. Get comfortable, and then the second pattern. So that's it, and I will see you in the next one. Make sure you subscribe, turn on the notification, like this video if it did help you, and I will see you in the next one.